What's going on, guys? Romer the Romer here. I'm here with Fields of Profit, and today we're going to go over exactly how he sources products on Amazon via his methods for online arbitrage. I've learned a lot from this guy. I've been subscribed to him for the last couple of years. He started posting book content in the past. I thought he was an enemy, but now after learning from him and Flips for Miles, I've had yet to sell my first OA product, but I've probably spent, I think, close to 20,000. And last month,
That's going head first right there.
yeah, I'm going hard. And then he spent 190,000
Yeah,
last
roughly.
month. So
Yep.
the whole month of April, he spent 190,000. This kid is crushing it. 22 years old, very articulate. He's going to do a great job showing you guys exactly how it's called storefront stocking. We go into other people's stores. It's kind of a dirty technique. And you go in and you look at all the products they're sourcing. And Warner's really good at finding finding the sellers that are selling online arbitrage products or wholesale products. So he knows that the sellers that we're stocking are not just random stores on Amazon. They're actually stores that are making a profit on Amazon via online arbitrage. So without further ado, welcome to my channel, Warner, and let's get into it.
Look, grind hard, well done, sir, and welcome to the freaking Well Show. And party central to my well ones, a night of violated hell codes. Dope sells like the charge do, but selling's all about potential.
Thanks for the intro there. It's good to be on the channel. I remember watching your stuff coming up, so it's cool to be on a featured video here. Yeah. So as he said, I'll be diving into my screen over here. I'm going to be showing you a method called reverse sourcing. So I'm going to go ahead and share that up. So just as like a nice starting point, I've gone ahead and looked at a great value product. There's a lot of different ways you can start when you're doing reverse sourcing. If you've never found a good product before, you're going to have to start from a brand or, just some kind of product is arbitrage sellers. In this case, I've picked a great value product just because we know that no one has a wholesale account with Walmart because this is Walmart's private label brand. So we know that all the sellers down here. So down here on SellerAmp, we can look at all the offers on this listing. So this tells us that all of the sellers on this listing, like we already reasoned, these are all arbitrage sellers. Whereas if you go on, you search Tide soap or whatever, you click on all those sellers, those are going to be like Amazon, like the biggest wholesalers in the country. Like those are not our competition. The guys who are making multi-packs of great value drink mixes are our competition. So from here, we're going to use SellerAmp. You can use just Keepa and, click on the sellers down here, but it's going to save you so much time if you just use SellerAmp. But we're just going to find a seller who has, I like to look for between like 50 to 100 ratings. Kind of mid-sized seller. They've sold a decent amount of stuff, but they're not like wholesale massive volume yet. So I was looking at this guy right here, a little more than usually I like to go for, but
just so you guys know, like I know a lot of people who resell and I've come across their stores. It's my code of ethics that I don't stalk people that I know, but I will find their stores and I'm like, wow, I know this dude's doing like 300K a month and they have like 80 reviews. And so you don't have to have a massive amount of reviews to have a massive amount of sales. It's not directly related. Some people scale up really fast, and correct me if I'm wrong, Warner, but do booksellers get more reviews per item sold, or is it just we get more reviews because we sell more? What
I think you get more per item sold because it's like you're selling mostly used books, so they're like, oh, I bought a used book, like it was actually a pretty good experience, I'll leave a positive feedback. When you're buying like cat food and stuff, you're like, oh, I just bought this from Amazon. I didn't even know I bought it from a third party seller. So I'd imagine it's way higher with used books and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like you said, this guy's got 132 ratings, so he could be absolutely crushing it, or he could have, he could be a washed up old seller. But the way we can figure out very quickly is if they are actually good at their job or not, is looking at the first couple items on their storefront. So the reason I like to use SellerAmp is because it gives us so much information. We can just look at a glance and immediately know
if there's cool.
Yeah, if there's
everything on this page is like the top selling stuff, right? Doesn't mean it's the most profitable stuff. Doesn't mean it's stuff you should buy, but is this like the highest selling stuff velocity wise, or
yeah. It filters it the same way. Like when you click on a storefront on Amazon, it's like more or less the fastest selling stuff, like the highest ranks and stuff. Okay. There's some kind of math that they do between, this is in pet supplies, this is in health and household, but generally that's going to be their very fastest selling stuff. So potentially could be some really good products in here. Usually in their first couple products, like the really, really fast selling stuff, maybe Amazon came on, maybe a wholesaler came on, they're just stuck with a couple units. So I find that the good stuff I scroll down a little bit for, but you can tell pretty quickly if a store is going to be good or not. So in this case, like I'm looking at the buy box here, comparing that to the max cost option. I really like this feature where it just tells me right away what I'll potentially need to buy this item for. In this case, there's no way I'm buying these for 19 cents, obviously, to meet my profit criteria. So in this case, I'm just going to keep on scrolling. Like these, I'm not getting a 2-pack of this for $11.19. So we would just keep on going down here. And you could do this forever. So like in this case, this one we're getting.
So where are you buying these products from? My audience is probably like, well, that's great. You can buy it for $5.19, but where the hell do you get it?
Yeah. So once you find a product, so for example, this one, I was just looking at this, seems like I might be able to buy this for $4.15. I'm not super familiar with like bread yeast prices, but what we can do is we can click the Google Shopping tab here. And that's going to show us all of the like potential offers we might be able to buy it for. So like in this case, Walmart looks like it has it for $5. So we could go ahead and check that out. Not seeing many other sources for this item.
Yeah. So it's just as simple as looking up on Google. Like,
yep.
Once I found out that we're stocking people's stores that have profitable businesses, and we know they do OA or maybe wholesale, but we definitely know, sometimes you definitely know they're doing OA just based on like certain things. Something I found out was like if they don't have a whole lot of like large quantities, they're probably OA. But if you see somebody with like 999, you can assume they're wholesale. But once I found that out, and I found out all you have to do is Google the product, like this just made so much sense for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So if this is actually going for $5, we can go and check it out here. Looks like it's all in stock. Like this is what you want to see for a Walmart listing. So looks fairly normal to me, like $5 in stock for shipping. We could just ship it to our house. Like you don't have to do, with retail arbitrage, like you have to go to the store and start scanning products. And sometimes you'll know what you're going for, but you have to like drive around for that kind of stuff. And then, with books, you're going to have to do some heavy lifting, that kind of stuff. But with these kind of products, the reason I like this so much is I could even like ship this to a prep center. So I would never even have to touch this. And this is what I do in my business, where I don't think I've seen a single product I've sold so far this year. Versus a lot of those other business models where you're having to touch everything and be involved in the day-to-day. So this is what we want to see. We want to see we can ship it wherever we want in the country. So then we can go back and check out this product. It said we're looking for a cost of $4.15. Sometimes you'll make some exceptions and stuff based on, this would be a really fast-selling product. So I might go a little bit down on the threshold that I'm looking for. We'll go ahead and check it out, see if it is actually good. So the first couple things I'm looking for here, I'll simplify this. It looks pretty chaotic right now. Is just how the purple line kind of behaves. This is like the buy box price. This is the price that the item's actually selling for. Like customer goes to the listing, clicks add to cart. That's what they're adding it to cart for. So what we can do to make sure that this item is going to be like pretty decent long term for us is we can take like a 90-day average. This is something I'll use
this, so now I'm learning.
Yeah. This is something I'll do fairly often. So this is like, it's the average, right? So like this is a very, very safe estimate of what I'd be able to liquidate this product for. If anything went wrong. So in this case, like at the 90-day average, it's not really profitable enough. Like $1.10 probably isn't worth it for really anyone. 22% ROI is not bad if it was a little bit more profit per unit. But if you want to make like a riskier play on this, it's selling for more consistently. Like you could capture a good amount of sales for like $12.50 probably. So it gets a little bit more interesting here. Just because
is that what you just looked at? Is that equivalent to buy box statistics on Keepa, or is that different?
Just this line right here.
No. You went on SellerAmp.
Yeah. This is the same. I just like using this because I can like click it and it'll automatically populate in the field there.
Nice. Yeah, I do a lot of clicks to get to buy box stats. Yeah. So that is the same thing right there. Perfect.
Yeah, it's all the same information. And SellerAmp has a couple extra things. Like it'll show you how often the buy box price is changing. So it'll show you how chaotic a listing is, see how risky it might be for you. So there's a lot to look at there. Oh.
Yeah, you're still there. I'm just. Oh. Yeah, I think it's going to be easier for people to see if it's
okay. Like cool. I just didn't see. I don't see you on the bottom either. So it looks like you're just vanished.
Still here.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, so I like to use this down here. It's the same information as Keepa, but I can click around, see what's going on. In this case, like it's selling for $12.28 right now. If I had a ton of cash, like if I wasn't doing my own prep, maybe this would be an item that would be worth looking at for a lot of you beginners. Like this profit per unit is probably a little low, just a little bit risky. So I would move on past this product. But to do this method, like you're just going to do exactly what I showed you over and over and over again. Eventually, you're going to refine your skills. You're going to be able to like, like when I look at these first 5 products here, I could scroll down without even like just kind of looking at it. Like as a new seller, you're probably going to have to like, oh, Amazon's on that. Okay. And then like you're going to have a checklist to go through, but you'll refine that skill over time. And
yeah, so really what I'm looking for is I'm making sure Amazon's not on the listing. I like to look for really like, and I'm kind of changing my beliefs on this, but like $25 and up. I just talked with my friend Jake the other day, and he's like, I'm looking for like small and light, like $10 and under. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like that's like the opposite of what I've been doing. So obviously there's so many different ways to sell on Amazon, but I know that if a supplement's going for $30 consistently, to find it for 15 or less, which is going to be like the profit range price, that seems doable for me. But if something's selling for like for $14, I have to find it for like $6 or less, which is still doable, but a little bit harder. And the same goes with like shoes. If a shoe's going for $30, it's going to be hard to find that pair of shoes for like 10.
Right.
So I look for shoes going for like 70 plus, so I can at least find shoes that are profitable. So like that max cost, I'm looking at that, and by default that is 20% ROI, right?
I have mine set to 35, but I think it defaults to 20. But you can.
I think it is default 20. So well, for Warner, that's 35% ROI. So it's that max cost is what can you buy this at to get 35% return on his investment. And you said your average. I was going through the course this morning. You said your average return on your investments like 51, or you spend 51 cents to get $1 back at one point in time.
I've actually improved that a little bit. We're
nice.
Running closer to like 39-40% ROI this year.
Nice. So yeah, this SellerAmp just allows you to see everything at once. And if you guys want to watch a more in-depth video of me and Warner going through this, I'm actually going to be asking him a ton of questions on products that I'm actually purchasing. So if you guys want to watch that video, click the link below. Thanks for coming on, Warner. Where can they find you at? I'm guessing Fields of Profit everywhere, right?
Field of Profit on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you consume content. I'll probably be there.
And he has a free Discord with over 20,000 members at this point.
Yep.
It's funny. I go through all your videos and you're like, we have 14,001 members, and I watch another video. It's like, we have 6,000 members. I'm like, oh, this is an older video. And then you're like, we have 18,000.
It's an easy sell to get people a free community, a bunch of free information.
Yeah, so definitely go check that out. They put a lot of time and effort into that. They also have a course if you want to purchase it down the road, or if you just want to dive right into it. I'll also link that below as well. And yeah, appreciate having you on, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Sweet.